What's up, Brandon? What you got going on today, brother? Yeah, I was trying to let some folks get in here. Got another one in here. Oh, probably is. Got a brand new setup. Rectangle port heads here from Jegs. Some LS3 or Gen 4 truck heads, I guess you could say 6.2 truck heads. I'll tell you what the casting number was on them, but Eddie ground that shit off. But these were on Eddie's stroker. We were over at his house not long ago, and I was just checking his motor out. And I happened to look down at one of the intake runners when we pulled the blower off and saw some metal shavings and metal dust down in the intake runners on top of the valves. We're getting ready to swap that 408 and Kong blower into his 87 Suburban. So I talked to him and told him, man, I'd really like to pull those heads off and take them apart, go through them and clean them and put them all back together and make sure everything's good. So what I did here was trying to let this paint marker dry, but I marked them, put some lines on there since they're lapped, the way they go in exactly how they came out, and then numbered them. And the way I number mine is if I'm looking at the head and the engine coolant temp sensor down there. Sorry about that. Made the phone too much forward, I guess. But engine coolant temp sensor goes down here, so that's always going to be my reference to number 1. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and put a dot on one of the cylinder heads on all the valves, and then I'll put a dot on like a freeze plug with that paint marker. That way I know, all right, all the valves with the dot go with the head with the dot. But just a little tip of advice there. I'm trying to let this stuff dry real quick. I did forget to do my dots, so I'm going to do those on this other cylinder head. I'll keep dropping this phone. I need a new holder, that's what I need. My camera holder went home at like 5:30 today. Working too hard, pulling these engines. What you guys been working on? Anything cool, anything exciting? We got all kinds of crazy stuff going on around here. We got 4 or 5 engine builds going on. We got several swaps out on the parking lot waiting to be done. Got a couple cam and lifter jobs here. We got our newest project, which this Friday the episode will drop on exactly what we're doing and what it is. This Friday at 5 p.m. Might drop it Friday morning, who knows. But we got a group project that has a rectangle port 6-liter in it. It's big, it's ugly, and it's heavy, but it's going to be fun. So you guys stay on the lookout for that. This thing just a couple more minutes to dry here. Try to get some comments flowing in here. You guys new? Returning viewers, let us know. Say what's up. Been trying to do these live feeds more, but sometimes it's hard to manage the time and stuff.
97.
Oh yeah. All right, so we're dry on this one. We're gonna start taking into it. What y'all work on mostly? Man, we work on LS and LT, modern LT. So anything 99 and up, or if we're talking like Corvettes, 97 and up. But that's all I work on. I don't work on old small blocks. I don't work on imports. I don't work on diesels. I don't work on Fords, Dodges. I stick to what I know, which is GMLS. We try to share a lot of good information and how-tos and stuff like that. Right now we gotta break these cylinder heads down and get them ready to clean. I'm trying to turn this thing for you guys. Hopefully I don't flip my phone again. This thing does have some dual 660 springs in it. It ain't cool with the metal dust. Now if you're using a tool like I'm using here to do this, you probably want to check the bottom of your valves when you pull them out and make sure that your pipe pan is still on there. We're gonna leave the seal in the seat. Oh, no, we're still all good, we're good. Temu Tools. You talking about this thing? They might sell this on Temu. This is from Harbor Freight. $50 special. Who is the best at porting the newer LT1 heads in the country? Man, I would call GPI. That's my opinion. There's another company called Prey that does a really good job, but I rock with GPI stuff. Gwatney Performance Innovations in Jacksonville, Arkansas. Yes, sir, for sure. They got some of the fastest 6th gen Camaro NA cars that you can locate. Them boys have got them got that platform on lockdown. Love what they're doing over there. What you guys got going on today? Woo! I'm trying to come undone. Oh yeah. So on top of that valve right there. Clean that thing up. Guess that wasn't enough. I heard that, dude. I heard that. That's all we ever do. I'm trying to get caught up on working on everybody else's so I can work on my own. It's the name of the game, though. That's why this car life ain't ever boring. Always got something to do. I brought everything with it. Valve seals weren't even in these seals all the way. Probably like a longer performance. That's what we're gonna go with. Just jokes, people. Calm down. Man, I'm definitely gonna try to do more live stuff. Going live and doing more in depth how to, and you know, the videos that we make, they even our longer content, it kind of just shows bits and pieces of doing stuff. And one thing I hate about it is it kind of cuts out the struggle. Sometimes the camera makes it look like right now I'm struggling to get these retainers out. But normally that would be a part that you cut out of a video because nobody wants to see that. Everybody wants to see quick, boom, bam, job's done. So that's one reason I like the live stuff is it's a little more raw. You get to see a little bit more of the struggle and the real life aspects of working on cars. What's the plan with them heads you were working on? These come off of a 408 stroker. It's a fresh build. It's a buddy of ours. He's got a 87 Suburban that's on bags. If you've watched our channel at all, got some videos up of where we pulled the small block out of it and have been prepping it for a swap. And these are the heads off his engine. We were over hanging out with him and we pulled the blower off the motor, getting it ready to bring it over here. He's got a Kong 2650 supercharger. And I looked down the intake runners and I saw this dirt, metal dust. I told him, I said, man, when we get this thing to the shop, I'd like to pull those heads off and clean them and go through them and make sure everything's good. That way you don't waste a bunch of money. And of course, no hesitation, so that's fine. So I'm just now getting to that. I figure, well, if we're gonna hang out and do that tonight, might as well go live and hang out with you guys. But we need to try to get these things cleaned and put back together, put back on the engine. He's got a little bit of parts left to order, and we will be ready to swap that ridiculous contraption on 24-inch wheels with about 1,000 horse. So that's the plan there. GMC 800 Silverado or second gen Dodge Ram. I might have to say Silverado. I'm a Chevy guy, man. I like Mopars too, but I really second gen Rams. Not real huge on those personally. What about you? What you choosing, bro? .60 all day long. I'll take as many 6.0s as you can find. I mean, I like 5.3s too, but I want a 6.0, yeah. Got one more spring in this head. One more valve to take out. This one's done. Not done. Done being disassembled. That's right. Have I ever replaced the seals with heads on the car? I have, and it sucks. Hate doing it. This BTR makes a tool. Screws in the spark plug hole. You stick an air hose on it and it fills the cylinder with air. It's funny because I commonly hear people say, oh, those tools suck and they'll drop a valve and I couldn't get it to hold the valves up. And my first question to them is, did you take the rocker arms off? They're like, no. I'm like, oh, so you're trying to close a valve that's open? And they're not going to close the valve, they hold the valve closed. So the valve has to be closed in order to be held closed. But, yeah, they're a pain to do that way. And I don't like the tools that pull against the threads on the heads, like your rocker bolts. I don't really care for those too much. I like a tool that holds the valve up and pushes the spring down and allows you access to the keepers. But your local Harbor Freight Mount may have one of those, may not have one of those, and you may want to be going racing Friday. So sometimes those little things are all you can do. Or if, like you said, do it in a vehicle, then you're not going to be able to use this style spring compressor. You're going to have to use the other style and use something to hold the valves up. But hey, in a pinch, you got to do what you got to do. Not my desired way to do it. All right, so I got all the valves and all the springs out of that head. Show you guys. Got an open up head now. Now we can clean all the metal out of this thing. Spray it down with some mineral spirits and reassemble it. Now we've got another one to do. Huh? You don't have to. No need it. Thought about hopping over on TikTok. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the content. Pretty much everything we do is LS based, so any videos you see, it's going to be us LS swapping something, working on an LS, building an engine, turning an engine down. We do a lot of teardown videos. My wife does, Emma. She does a lot of teardown videos, tearing engines down that come through the shop that have a failure point. We try to find the failure point, explain the failure point, and show the world what the inside of LS is, what actually happens on the inside of LSs versus the forums that are, oh, well, I built this with my buddies in my backyard and it didn't last 2 miles. And this is what happened, and it was this, and it was that. I like to be able to show you guys visually what failed, how it failed, how to prevent it, if there's ways to prevent it or not. And I'm still learning every day. So as I learn, you guys learn, and I love that. And I love the fact that I can learn with y'all. I get asked questions and I'm forced to research things before I speak on it. A lot of my mess ups have been shown in projects on video, and I just believe that makes everybody stronger and shows you, if I can teach you from me learning the hard way, maybe it'll save you some time and money in the long run. But it's a blessing to be able to make videos like this and just sit and hang out with you guys after hours of work and be tinkering. But I'm gonna hop off here and go hop on TikTok and go live over there for a little bit and break down this other cylinder head. So if you guys got TikTok, find us on there and come check it out and hang out with us there. But in the meantime, we'll do this again. You guys make sure to smash that subscribe button. Have a good night.